The 2 minutes that saved the Union. The crowd at Gettysburg had been standing for hours. It was November 19th, 1863. The wind cut sharp across the hills where, just months earlier, more than 50,000 Americans had been killed or wounded. Fresh graves stretched in quiet rows, the soil still dark. Most people were there to hear the main speaker, a famous orator who spoke for nearly 2 hours. By the time he finished, hands were numb, feet ached, and attention drifted. Then Abraham Lincoln stepped forward. He looked tired, older than his years. The war had carved lines into his face that no barber could smooth away. He unfolded a single sheet of paper, and for just over 2 minutes he spoke. He did not name the enemy. He did not recount the battle. He did not boast of victory. Instead, he spoke of a nation conceived in liberty, and of a promise not yet fulfilled. He told the crowd that the living had a duty to ensure that the dead had not died in vain. Then he ended with words so simple, so restrained, that many barely realized history had just shifted beneath their feet. A government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. There was polite applause. Some newspapers dismissed the speech as too short, too plain. Few imagined it would outlast the war itself. But those words traveled. They traveled with soldiers back to campfires, with widows back to quiet homes, with a wounded nation searching for meaning in its suffering. Lincoln had not just honored the dead. He had redefined why the Union mattered. The war would rage on for another year and a half. More blood would fall. But after Gettysburg, America was no longer just fighting to survive. It was fighting to prove that freedom itself could endure. Sometimes history doesn't turn on cannons or charges. Sometimes it turns on a man who stands up, speaks for 2 minutes, and reminds a broken nation who it is supposed to be. Historical note: President Abraham Lincoln delivered the Gettysburg Address on November 19, 1863, during the dedication of the Soldiers' National Cemetery following the Battle of Gettysburg. His speech was approximately 272 words and lasted about 2 minutes. While it received mixed reactions at the time, it later became one of the most influential speeches in American history. The event, location, and core themes presented in this story are historically accurate. Descriptive details, pacing, and internal reflections are dramatized for storytelling clarity.